St. Mark's, good to be with you again. Pastor Gus here. Wishing all of you to have a wonderful week. I hope everything is going well for you, that you're staying well and staying safe. I do want to share some good news with you today, but before I do that, I want to also tell you what your church is making available to you on a weekly basis. Every midweek, Josie has been so kind to send out a link that contains a pastoral message on a weekly basis from your pastor, this message being one of them. And also in the midweek by email and by website, there is also a separate link where you can tune into the children's message. That's an opportunity for our children to tune in and learn about Jesus and his love. I know some adults tell me sometimes they get more out of the children's sermon than the adult sermon, be that as it may. I'm happy for all our adult viewers that tune in on a children's sermon as well. I also want to tell you about two worship opportunities that together comprise our present worship experience on Sunday each week. And there is a link, again, by email and by website that offers confession, absolution for you to participate in, as well as prayers of the church, prayers for one another, prayers for the ministry of the congregation, as well as scripture readings for the Sunday that we are celebrating that particular day. Also, under a separate link, there's the homily, the sermon message for the day, again, going along with the scriptures and the celebration for the day. So I hope you are taking those two links together and enjoying that worship experience each Sunday. Church Council has been so gracious to join me and also coming up with creative and new ways that we might create connectedness as we work towards that brighter day when we can come together safely and worship again. We know that may be a couple months away, but something that we're working on for the month of June, and there'll be more details to follow. We're talking about offering the sacrament of Holy Communion via Zoom. Here's the way that would work. We would come together at an appointed time on Sunday morning, and everybody would Zoom in, and you would be provided an ID number and a password, of course. And each one of you would be asked to have a small glass of wine and a piece of bread. In the Lutheran Church, we believe in the priesthood of all believers. So the pastor, of course, would bless the elements, but being part of the priesthood of believers, you'd be part of blessing those elements that are, along with the pastor, that are in front of you as we say the Lord's Prayer, say the appropriate prayers for the blessing, and then have that opportunity to receive Christ's body and blood together. What a wonderful opportunity to be faithful to our tradition, but more importantly, to be faithful to God in doing what he asks us to do in that worship event. And then there's something fun that can go along with that, in addition to celebrating the sacrament and maybe some special music and a prayer. That worship event would probably be about a 15-minute event, but we would provide maybe another 10-15 minutes for us to have fellowship together and see each other face to face, eye to eye, and celebrate our love for each other and tell each other about what's going on in our lives during the week. And what an opportunity it would be for us to see each other again in that wonderful weekly opportunity. So we are working on this. Again, more details to follow. I certainly want to thank all of you who have been supportive in so many ways of the church, certainly by tuning in and viewing the worship events each week. Many of you are coming to the church at appropriate times safely to do projects. We thank you for your help, and a big shout out and thank you to each and every one of you, and I mean this from the heart, who continue to financially support the church. You diligently send your offerings in each and every week. That's so much appreciated because we are facing financial challenges, and it speaks to your commitment to God and to your church I know you want this ministry to be sustained and go forward. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of that. And I say that on behalf of myself and church council and each member and friend of our congregation. What a beautiful church we have. We want to keep that ministry going in wonderful ways and grow our church. Lastly, I want to wish all of you a great week. Stay safe, stay well, and God bless each and every one of you. Till next time, Pastor Gus. Have a good week.